Hello, I'm Sue Parker, and I've been fascinated by a parable in Luke 14 and Matthew 22, where the king invites guests to a feast, maybe a wedding banquet. I wonder what the words on the invitation were. Maybe they included, "The king requests the pleasure of your company." Well, at the moment we've been stopped from having company. And it makes me reminisce about the times when I was at a party or with a group of people celebrating in the company of others. And maybe that's why I'm fascinated by this parable. But also I think it's because it shows the heart of God. God understands that we need others and we need to celebrate together, and that the best celebrations include God. And we also need to include God at other times in our lives when we have other emotions, even in grief, as we see on the road to Emmaus, where Jesus joins the grieving couple, enabling them to find the truth in the midst of their grief. I think, in fact, it's best to involve God in all aspects of our lives, even at this time when we aren't able to celebrate in our usual ways or grieve in our usual ways. God is present, and we're still invited to be in his company. We also have hope. There is going to be a wedding feast where the bride of Christ, his church, all Christians are going to be joined with Christ. We are invited. Even in the darkest times, there is hope, and it's to be found in God. I'm also struck in this parable that the king, the host of the wedding, he didn't deliver the invitations personally. He uses a servant. And that servant had to go and find the guests to invite. Even when they weren't polite and they said that they were too busy and that they declined, the servant persevered. And he went back and asked the king what to do, and then kept looking for people who were invited. Yes, I understand that the servant could be interpreted as Jesus, but couldn't it also be us? I think so. In this time of isolation, we are seeing less people. But we still do see people at our doors, through windows, in our streets, in the shops, at work. And in 2020, we don't need to actually see people to connect to others. We can phone, write letters, even connect via an app or online. I would encourage you to ask God, who does he want you to invite to the banquet? Or maybe someone who is invited, you could encourage them to remember that they are able to be there, they have hope. Keep asking God what to do next and to persevere. Do what he says. It might be to invite someone to start a friendship, or it might be just to have a socially distanced chat or to say hello. It might be as direct as saying the king requests the company, the pleasure of your company at a wedding banquet. I've enjoyed seeing who God has brought along my path to give me company in my lonely days. And I need to keep open to God so that I take the risk to connect to others. Who knows? I might end up sitting next to them at the wedding banquet. I look forward to seeing you there too. Thank you.